Hey everybody, welcome back to another Judgment commentary of Koimonogatari, but today I'm going to be checking out episode 2. And last time in episode 1, we were frickin' bamboozled. We were duped, if you will, because you see, despite the fact that this arc is called Hitagi End, this arc decided to flip the script a little bit with what season 2 was doing, and the narrator is not Senjugahara, like you would expect. It is Kaiki. Yeah. So yeah, quite the subversion if I do say so myself, and so far, Kaiki has been very fascinating as a narrator. He has held true to his character so far in that a lot of his narration has been just flat out not true. He is lying directly to us, and it's a lot easier to tell than it was with Nadeko, for example, because, well, it's Kaiki. Of course the guy's gonna be lying with every other thing that he friggin' says. But in terms of what happened in the last episode, Senjugahara called up Kaiki and offered him a business proposition. You see, she wants him to trick Nadeko. She wants him to somehow talk Nadeko out of murdering everybody, and I'm not sure how Kaiki would go about doing so, but Senjugahara doesn't have very many options right now, to the point where she's even willing to talk to Kaiki, and that's surprising because she hates Kaiki. Justifyingly so. But they're at the end of the line. She's got to do whatever she can to make sure that both she, Araragi, and the rest of their friends don't get violently killed by a snake god. Of course, Kaiki being Kaiki wanted her to pay him for the job, but Senjugahara doesn't really have the cash necessary for this kind of job. But even still, she got him to think it over a bit, to ponder whether or not he should take the job free of charge. Which normally you'd never expect Kaiki to take a job like this free of charge. Heck, to take any job free of charge, because money is what makes the world go round in terms of what Kaiki believes. So you would think that he would just deny her outright, but no, he actually went and thought about it for a bit. He mulled over what reasons he could potentially have to do this without being paid. He thought about Araragi, and he's like, nah, I can't do it for him. Thought about Senjugahara herself. Nah, I can't do it for her either. But his mind turned to Saruga, and when it turned to her, he decided that he would actually do the job for her sake, because apparently he's got some connections to her mother, and I guess her aunt too, we already know that. So apparently those connections are enough that he doesn't want Saruga to get hurt. Interesting. Kaiki having an actual emotional human connection to somebody? I don't believe it. But overall, the episode was really good. It had some of the most fascinating dialogue that we've had yet between Senjugahara and Kaiki. It was just some really well-written stuff, man. And of course, Kaiki was wearing a Hawaiian shirt, a lot like Meme. But with those glasses, if you ask me, he looked a bit more like Master Roshi. So yeah, good beginning. A lot of my expectations have been subverted so far. I mean, even just the name of the arc is not fully accurate to what's going on. It's still somewhat accurate, because it does involve Senjugahara, and there was talk of the end in it, but she's not the main focus. And the main focus isn't even Araragi. It's Kaiki, so quite the surprise to me. But I like the change in direction. Kaiki's a fascinating enough character that I'd like to see what he has to say about this stuff, even if the majority of it isn't going to be true. But whatever. We've waited long enough to get to the next episode, so let's go. Alright. Let's see what we can try to take away from this. So, Kaiki's on the case, he's done some investigating, did some sly deception against her parents, and man, he learned a lot real fast just by taking a good look at her, looking at her room, looking at how her parents spoke of her. He managed to put together a lot of what defined her character. Just that, you know, she's cute, but she doesn't like that. He saw that that was all she had, that she grew the bangs out so that she could avert her eyes and not look at anybody, and he was right on the money with that. And yeah, Nadeko's parents of course knew nothing about this. We didn't until the stuff started to really hit home, and even Nadeko really didn't quite understand it herself either. It only started to somewhat gleam to her when she was getting called out by Tsukihi, but even then, she seemed to be mentally blocking that away, denying it internally. So deep down, she probably was well enough aware of the darker parts of what was going on with her, but her subconscious had all that locked away. Although, there's still the matter of the closet. The closet is a key circumstance here, and that was very, very apparent right out of the gate. The second she told him not to go in that closet, you know there's something going on in there, and now it's even more apparent because she even told her parents to stay out of there, and they listened to her. I can get respecting her wishes in that way, especially when she's been missing and all, but what the frick is in that closet? Something tells me I'm not going to be unintentionally correct once again, and it's going to be actual skeletons. I don't think she went ahead and killed somebody and stuffed them in the closet, but who knows? Maybe it's just her Araragi love shrine. That's one option. I mean, that's a go-to type of thing, you know, for someone who's unhealthily obsessing over somebody. They'll just build the shrine to them in the closet. You see it all the frickin' time. Maybe that's what's going on here. And in terms of Nadeko herself, I didn't actually expect her to pop in this soon. I thought we might see her like next episode or something, but nope, we saw her right now. And we saw a very different side of Nadeko. She was very outgoing, when normally she's shy and reserved, at least before any of this happened, she was like that. But we never saw this more outgoing aspect of her personality. Almost like she was leaning in a lot more on the cuteness without really trying to pretend to be shy. But Kaiki speculated her reactions were possibly just her wanting to keep her adherents happy, so to speak, that she wanted to, you know, make her loyal worshippers comfortable. Show them a good time, I guess. And I gotta say, she seemed a bit too excitable when she mistook Kaiki talking about services. As against the idea as I am, you do have to acknowledge the fact that, well, that would certainly get you some followers. Not the kind you want to have, though. Yeah, Nadeko seems to be set in her ways. She does not want to be human anymore. She doesn't want Araragi's love anymore either. She's just completely turned against both of those things, and she is fully content with murdering him and everyone he loves within the coming months. Because she is just fine with continuing to love him and not get anything back forever. Because she has gone completely insane and has a shattered mind. Kaiki can dupe some unsuspecting middle schoolers, but trying to trick a crazy person isn't as easy as it sounds. Especially when he's trying to talk her out of the only thing that she currently exists to do, and that's kill Araragi and then spend the rest of her life being okay with that. Honestly, I still don't think Kaiki can do it. I still don't think he's going to be able to talk Nadeko out of it, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see about that, won't we? So, actually a pretty good episode. Kaiki's deductive skills are through the roof. He managed to put together a lot of this with very little, and interestingly enough, like he said, I don't think he actually did lie to Nadeko at all during their exchanges, not really too much. He was mostly just asking her questions, not so much telling her things. Which was wise, because going right out of the gate, he should be just trying to get information out of her, confirm things before he tries to really weave the tapestry of deceit. So, good first play from Kaiki. We'll see what more he can learn from here, but there's not much. He's already gone to her house, and Senjigahara doesn't have much information other than what she's heard from the others. And well, he can't ask Araragi, because they're keeping him out of this. Probably wouldn't be wise to talk to his sisters either. Who knows, maybe he can just get enough information from Nadeko herself, because as far as she's concerned, he's just a loyal adherent to her faith, so if he just keeps showing up and gradually gaining more information from her, he might be able to do something with that. But for now, I think that's all I gotta say on the matter, but thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed, subscribe to be updated on more. that would be great. Next time, episode 3, part 3. Let's see where it's gonna go from here. I mean, we still got 4 whole episodes of this. I'm not sure where they're gonna be going with it, but they've got me pretty hooked, man. This is a very interesting concept here. Quite unlike any arc we've seen so far, where basically the stage is already set. We just have to see how it all plays out, which is very interesting given that it's the longest arc. But as I said, that be it, so let me know what you thought of the episode in the comments as well. That would be great, but till we meet again, I will see you guys later!